Greetings towards my Century Galaxy. It's the Century Man here. So, boy, it's been 2 years since I talk about John Cena. Make a video on this fuck stain. Now, I have to do it right now. I was planning to do this video weeks ago when Cena came back. You know, he came back at Money in the Bank 2021. But I took a break from making videos on YouTube, so I'm doing this video right now. I might do a video on Bray Wyatt on another day. You know, I heard that Bray Wyatt's no longer with WWE. That'll be in the future, so I'm going to focus on John Cena. Jesus fucking Christ. John fucking Cena. Every time I have to do these videos on the company, you know, most of the time I do reviews on Monday WWE pay-per-views and classic WWE pay-per-views to review. And also do like short videos on stupidity what WWE done for the last couple years. Have to talk about it. And I know these motherfuckers going to say if you don't like it, don't watch it. You know, for one, I like WWE. I like one or two wrestlers who's in the company want them to succeed. But you see them like, you know, booking them like shit and do these stupid, you know, decisions. You know, it's like, every time I do these videos, I end up losing brain cells. It's a brain cell, really, I'm losing brain cells right now, but it's a brain cell, really frustrating videos, you know, talking about it, you know, but it has to be, you know, talk about it, you know. I'm not these anti-smarks, you know, who bitch and moan about today's wrestling most of the time on WWE, no. But anyway, back to this dude, John Cena. I knew Cena is coming back, you know, to face Roman Reigns. You know, they had that match 4 years ago at No Mercy. Reigns won the first match, so I understand Cena is going to get his win back. And the reason why Cena is back in the company, because the ratings are an all-time low. Great. Going back to the same old shit. So you're going to have this fuck stain coming back to the company, facing your top heel in the company in the second biggest show of the year, and then Cena's going to win his 17th World Championship, breaking Ric Flair's record. I understand why people say, oh, Ric Flair's won more than 16, you know, I think, was it called the NWA Mid-Atlantic Championship? I understand why they're doing that to hate on Cena, but, oh, maybe, I think he did one more than 16, I don't know, I don't want to get into it, that's another video for another time. Let's talk about John Cena. Jesus Christ. Yeah, going back to the same old shit. This is the same man for the last 10 years. 10. People going about 15 years, you know, when Cena, you know, started out in the main event, you know, as the, I can't say necessarily a top guy, but I kind of disagree about, you know, 2005. I said about, yeah, he won the World Championship from JBL, and then when he got drafted to Raw, the fans started to turn on him. But I'm talking about the last decade. The 2010s, the previous decade, this motherfucker was burying top quality talents. Starting in 2010, when the Nexus, to, I don't know, Alex Riley, to Rey Mysterio, Tyler Rex. I'm not really a huge fan of him, but he buried him, and not necessarily, yeah, not a big fan of Kurt Hawkins, Zack Ryder, Ryback, let's see, Rusev, Damien Sandow, list goes on and on and on, The Miz, Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, Cesaro, and then Baron Corbin. I'm not a huge fan of him. He buried him. Finn Balor, Elias. He got fucking buried by this fuck stain, and oh my god, Jesus fucking Christ, this motherfucker, Andrade, he buried him. Jesus Christ, you know, he's like mooching off Becky's success. You know, I remember that. I watched that SmackDown tag team match, you know, Becky and Cena taking on Andrade and Selena Vega. You know, it's just like trying to get Cena over. Every time, like, a babyface is getting over, Cena has to mooch in because he knows he's not getting over by himself. I don't hate John Cena. I don't really hate him. I'm not a big fan of him. I don't mind him. You know, but I hate his politicking. He politicking the way to get the top of the company, the top dog of the company. I hate that, you know. I understand people were frustrated about him. I'm one of these people. You know, I hate this dude. You know, I'm not wrestling wise. I don't really say he's terrible. I don't know people. I don't think he's. Yeah, I hate the, like he does that sunflip power bomb. You know, he did botch a little bit. Hates his punches. But I don't. Yeah, he doesn't have like a moonset. Yeah, he don't have the moonset like a Bret Hart, Shawn Michaels, Kurt Hennig, Owen Hart, Sean Waltman. All no, I don't say Sean Waltman, but Dynamite Kid all in one. But he's an okay in the ring promo wise. John Cena. He always cater. He has to cater to the fucking sick audience, the sick kids. You know, what they did, look at the they did for the last decade. They had to make Cena cater to the sick kids and the U.S. Army to get this dude over, because you know, and also they're selling like fucking t-shirts. They were selling Rise Above the Hate, anti John Cena t-shirts, because for years you shoving this motherfucker down our throats for the last decade. For years, shove it down our throats, not turning heel, not having it. This dude put over people, but at the same time he buries. At the same time, he's never doing his job. He ain't like, you know, he cares about being the top dog, and it's just stupid. And also, let's talk about his acting career so far. Haven't really saw this Suicide Squad movie. Haven't. You know, the second movie. I saw the first one in 2016. I'm talking about the new one yet. Haven't really saw it yet, but his appearance in, you know, his performance in that Fast 9, the new Fast and the Furious movie. He can't fucking act. No personality, no charisma. You know, yeah, he's supposed to be a serious villain in this movie, but you couldn't do it. Couldn't fucking do it. And this dude's a hypocrite. This dude is a major hypocrite. He said, like, I will never leave WWE to go to Hollywood because he end up like The Rock. That's funny. So and this is the reason why The Rock doesn't like you. You fucking bash The Rock because The Rock, you know, first off, his American football career didn't really took off. I don't think he made it into the NFL. He followed his dad's footsteps in the square circle, you know, in the professional wrestling business. What's he done? He was successful. He saved the WWE to go out of business. He made WWE popular in the late 90s, early 2000s, fighting WCW in the Monday Night Wars. He got over, and then when he left the proper left in the WWF in 2004, he went on to Hollywood. His early years wasn't so much, but in like 2011, you know, at the start of the previous decade, you know, his career started to boom. He's starting to become the biggest draw in Hollywood. And you have the right to bash him. At least The Rock, you know, grew up in the business. I know rumors like Cena's dad he's a promoter in the indie scene. I don't really necessarily sure, but you really shit on him, because the difference between you and The Rock, the difference is The Rock, The Rock brings in a lot of viewership in those Attitude eras in the late 90s into the early 2000s. For John Cena, you chased off so many fucking viewership. You chased a lot of fans away from the part for the last 10 years. Maybe 15 years, that's debatable, but I say 10 years. And John Cena is the reason why maybe the rise of the UFC getting popular, why people starting to stop watching WWE or pro wrestling overall. That's why other people turn in to watch other wrestling companies like the Impact Wrestling, Ring of Honor, AEW, because this dude chased off loads of viewership. It's really funny, like, this is how this one dude chased off millions of viewers over the last decade, or 15 years, because The Rock made it popular, put WWF or WWE back on the map. You know, I hate that, and some people compare him to Hulk Hogan. I kind of disagree. Like Hogan is same like The Rock. You know, Hogan is another one who bring a lot of viewership into pro wrestling, made the WWF popular in the 1980s. And I haven't seen it in one debate. Cena is a better wrestler than Hulk Hogan. Hulk Hogan is absolute dog shit, but Cena is, he's better in the ring. But like bringing in fans into the arenas, Hogan's better. He was one of the biggest stars not just in the 1980s, but in the 1990s when WCW was feuding with WWF in the Reigns War. And you chased off so many viewership because you can't get yourself over. You're not improved. You just all you have to do is see the you always do is going off the script. You go off the goddamn script every time. You go off it. You bring up the sick kids. You have to shoot promo your way, to get the wrestlers you work, preparing for, whether it's a match towards a pay-per-view, in trouble. And let's go into this SummerSlam match between him and Roman Reigns. That'll be in 4 weeks' time. If this motherfucker wins that title, I might do a stream on this fucker. I was planning to do a stream on him, but what's the point? Why waste like an hour talking about him? I could see him beating Reigns. He's gonna bury Reigns. You're gonna bury a guy for nearly 1 year. He turned heel. This is the difference between Reigns and Cena. For once, I give Vince some credit. For once, he listened to the fans, turned Roman heel, because I wanted these people to make Roman heel. What they done? They turned Roman heel. He was getting over as a heel and enjoying his matches. His reign is good. And, you don't get... I think that the fans were chanting Roman sucked. It was more lightly, but, he's popular. A popular heel now. He's more, he's like a watchable person to watch. As for John Cena, what was Vince back in the day? Let me see. Vince back in the day. I don't know. Back in the day, John Cena, Vince wants to turn John Cena heel. What's Cena done? He's refused to turn heel. He declined. I'm sorry. If the boss tells you to do something, you do it. And he said I'm not gonna turn heel because I'm let down the kids with sick kids, with sick illnesses, and I won't do charity. Have to be a bad guy in real life. It's like what the fuck you on about? It's pro wrestling, dumbass. It's not real. It's acting. I'm not. I call it choreographed, but you're playing a fucking character, dumbass. You don't have to be a bad person in real life, dumb fuck. Look at a great example. One great example, Alexa Bliss, she's a heel in TV, but in real life, she's a nice person. Same as Stephanie McMahon. They are, they don't have to be fucking bad guys in real life. You're playing a character. People just don't like being the good guy, this Superman character. They just want to be the anti-hero. The mixture between good and evil. And this dude's like, I don't want to turn heel because I don't want to let kids down and don't go to hospitals to go to charity. What the fuck? Backstage politics, motherfucker. And this is why people do not like you. You're just like a motherfucking prick. All you care about yourself. You hold back a lot of good talent that's better than you. I'm not saying his matches are terrible. Cena's matches are good. You got wrestlers who's better than him. He makes it work. Good chemistry, but not putting him over. I said it I think in my previous John Cena rant about 2 years ago. I'm gonna say it again. If Cena just turn heel, do his job, putting over talent, you could set up, good rivalries, good storylines for the next year or two. But no, Cena has to play Mr. Politics. All he cares about making money. And why? Let's be honest. Let's talk about his movie career a little bit. Why do you think his movie career sucked? So far, let me see. Blockers. That was an okay movie for me. Trainwreck. Put in cameo appearances in those Daddy Home movies and now Fast and Furious 9. His performance sucked. I don't want to go into the Suicide Squad movie yet. I haven't saw it yet. But he's not a good actor, you know. He's got no personality and charisma. He's not on the same level as Batista. Look at Batista. He's got charisma. Go watch Guardians of the Galaxy 1 and 2. You know, you can tell Dave, Batista, he plays Drax. You know, I cover those movies, part of my MCU movie review series. He has charisma. You know, he didn't have charisma in his pro wrestling career, in WWE, but in his movie career, he had more personality. He's got charisma. He made the character work. He's a person that you want to like. People like Drax to this day. It's just like, and I don't know why, and I can't believe why Cena joins the DCEU, because he copies The Rock. I guarantee 100% The Rock's gonna save the DCEU, man. The DCEU starting to recover after the crappy movies like Dawn of Justice and the bastardizing Joss Whedon Justice League movie, but he's a copycat. He's just a copycat. They try to, every time Cena's trying to do, he copies, because he's not going to get over. And, in that, what was it, the Firehouse Funhouse match at WrestleMania between him and Bray Wyatt, having Cena wearing the NWO shirt, it's fucking mockery. I got a mate who's a big fan of WCW. Seeing that, it's disrespectful. Like, that was more disrespectful when Cena wears, like, the Nexus, t-shirts, the same group that Cena buried him at SummerSlam in 2010. So, Jesus Christ. Going back to the same crap. It's just like, it's nothing new. It's nothing goddamn new. So, I'm gonna end it, man. That's my 2 cents on it. I'm trying to say more on it, but maybe I'll say more on it if Cena beats Roman Reigns at SummerSlam. If not, I want Roman beat Cena. And then, it's going to be like, almighty Superman, Cena, being Roman Reigns, the tribal chief. It's just like, basically he's basically taking shots at The Rock. Even, Roman trying to get over, but, he's got hold down by the machine. And then the machine let him turn heel, and he's getting over. You can't get over, And also, there's the one thing I'm going to talk about to sign up this rant. And also, did you cut a promo on Roman Reigns about you can't cut a promo? Says the guy who basically said about, he cut like a Star Wars promo, he cut these cringy ass promos, you bash the Undertaker, you're a battered legend with a bad hip, and his wife. It's just like, Jesus Christ, this dude needs to shut the fuck up. So anyway, that's my 2 cents on it. So leave your thoughts in the comment section below. Leave like or dislike, whatever. Subscribe to the Central Man Network on YouTube. Be part of the Central Unit today. And this is the Central Man officially signing out. Check you later. Fuck you, Cena. Cena sucks.